let's look at some additional examples from lesson 1-2. Now, I want to do number 5 here in the Do You Know How because I just want to make sure you're familiar with what's being asked of us. Okay? So we have the number 9,853 divided by 48. Now, 48 is not going to go to 9, but we are going to see 48 go to 98. And that's going to happen 2 times. So 2 times 48 is 96. Okay? And we do 98 minus 96, and that's 2. So we're filling our numbers into these boxes, just like we would. It's just the same as doing a division problem. We just have boxes to fill in, kind of as hints. Now we need to drop down this 5. Now 48 does not go into 25, so we're going to put a 0 right here, and 0 times 48 is 0. So we do 25 minus 0 is 25, and now we're going to drop down this 3. And so we have 253. Well, 48 is close to 50, and 50 would go into 253 5 times. So I say 48 is going to go into 253 5 times as well. Now, what I need to do, though, is I need to figure out what that is, though. What is the product of 48 and 5? So I do a little scratch work to the side. 48 times 5. 5 times 8 is 40. And we regroup with the 4 over there, and 5 times 4 plus 4 is 24. So 48 times 5 is 240. That fills into these spaces here. And 253 minus 240. 3 minus 0 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. So that is less than 48. So our remainder is 13. So 9,853 divided by 48 is 205, remainder 13. Now, let's take a look at another problem, because probably the more interesting problems we did in this lesson was division with decimals. So we're going to come down here and we're going to look at question 13. Now, we don't have enough space down here, so we're going to go ahead and use our scratch paper. So remember how we fill these out? Name, date, period in the upper right-hand corner. Your period, your first and last name, not mine. And our title, this we're working on lesson 1-2. We're probably going to already have our virtual nerd notes right here filled in. So now this is where we're going to work on, show our work for question 13. Because when you show your work neatly, and let's say you have trouble, you need to ask a question, you can show me that and I can quickly find where, give you some suggestions. So what we're going to do is, this is our problem. 0.4, that was off the screen. So we have 8.9 divided by 0.4. Okay, now recall what we learned about dividing decimals. That 8.9 divided by 0.4 is going to be the same as if we multiply them both by 10. So 8.9 times 10 is 89, and 0.4 times 10 is 4. So 8.9 divided by 0.4 is the same as 89 divided by 4. Right? So what we do is we move these over. So I'm going to rewrite this just to give myself a little more space here. And so I have 4 right there and 89 underneath. And that is where my decimal is. So let's go ahead and work through this. 4 goes in 8 2 times, because 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Drop the 9 down. And so 4 is going to go into 9 twice, because we know that 2 times 4 is 8. This time we have 9 minus 8 is 1. Now, we have a remainder, but we don't want to stop. We want to actually get this to a decimal. So we need to annex some zeros here, and we'll drop down zeros. So how many times does 4 go into 10? Well, that's awfully familiar. We're going to say twice, because 2 times 4 is 8 again. And we have 10 minus 8 is 2. We're still not done. And you're going to keep going until you either get a 0 or you get a repeated pattern. So we're going to need to annex another 0. Drop that down. And we have 20. That's a good sign. We know that 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So we can say that 8.9 divided by 0.4 is equal to 22.25. Because that is the same as 89 divided by 4. So we can come back over to our paper over here, and we can fill that in right here, because what we'll do is we'll check our answers later, and we put 22.25. Oops, right there. There you have it. Dividing decimals.